You're in that seat. You're the host.
Oh, welcome to the Welcome Young Men of Welcome Baptist Church podcast. Whoa. Today we're doing Proverbs chapter 8, right?
Yeah.
Chapter 8.
You wanted that seat? Are you ready to roll?
How's everybody, Kruse?
Let's start off with a nice recap of everyone's week. Father, how have you been?
I've been great.
What's something interesting that happened to you this week?
I would say the most interesting thing that happened to me this week was going fishing for Memorial Day and eating Alaskan rockfish, and it tasted pretty good.
That is a pretty interesting thing to do.
Where'd you go fishing?
At the East Fork River. Oh, and for other fun things, Curry got a new battery for his Power Wheel, and it's a green tractor.
I've seen that, yeah.
And it's supposed to be 12 volts, and now it's 40 volts,
Jeez.
and now it's stupid fast. And if it lasts a month, I'll be surprised.
All right, Bryce.
How big is Alaskan rockfish?
The size of a 40-volt battery.
I'm not really sure how big an Alaskan rockfish is, but the pieces that I got were about this long and this thick.
Sheesh.
So the Alaskan rockfish was caught in Alaska last fall and then shipped to Boston to my cousin. And then we put it in a cooler, and I used it as a carry-on on the airline back to Cincinnati. So Alaskan rockfish via Boston, courtesy of Delta. When I got the TSA agent was going through my bag, and he says, "What's in your bag?" And I said, "Fish." And then he said, "And rocks?" And I looked, and Grammy smiled at me, and Grammy put a whole Ziploc baggie full of rocks in my bag as well. So there was that. And then I had also, she put pills in there too. So
Oh, boy.
when I said just fish, it was ultimately fish and rocks and pills. So he didn't take any of them, and it all worked out. And the fish tasted pretty good. So that's how that went. Kenny?
Yeah.
What up?
What's up?
Anything exciting?
No, this week just felt super long. I was in Pickla yesterday.
What were you doing in Pickwa, Kenny?
I was watching my buddy Colton high jump.
How close was he to going to state?
A place, 5th place in our region usually makes it out because our region is far and away the best.
How many inches is that in his jumps? Missed it by an inch? Missed it
I
by
think it
two?
mentioned
Like that
2 inches. He was an inch. He was an inch off. Him and the kid they had the exact same numbers the entire time. And the kid cleared 6.2 and Colton couldn't clear 6.2. But they had the same number of faults and everything. Oh, and Dayton Dunbar had a kid that may have had a 55-inch vertical. It was the highest I've ever seen a human being jump. But he had no form. It was insane.
How high did he jump?
About 55 inches, I would say.
He just said how high
No,
he
I'm talking
jumped.
about for high jump.
Oh, 6'2", but he had no form. He was just cannonball. He'd literally grab his legs and fall back.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Cannonball.
And he's going to state. So.
Wow.
Cool. Jason Nathaniel.
Nothing really exciting this week.
You guys hold a sheep
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got to
talking
watch AJ
microphone.
almost strangle a sheep yesterday.
Not
so that
almost
was
strangle
that
a
was
sheep.
fun.
Abusive
Is
animal
that,
owner.
There's rumors that you guys might be getting into the sheep business.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
Does handling those sheep yesterday make you want to have more sheeps?
Yes and no.
Could you manhandle a cow the way you manhandled that lamb?
Probably not.
Probably not.
That's why sheep are better.
Bryston?
Yes, sir. Week went well. Worked.
Work?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do any exciting projects?
Painted. That's about all I did.
Satin, eggshell, flat?
I think the whole house is satin, trim and walls.
Satin's a pretty safe choice.
Yeah.
Shades of gray.
No, the walls were beige, trim was white.
Not very exciting.
Nope.
Albert
It's pretty good.
didn't answer the question.
How was your week?
Did you do anything
Well,
exciting?
oh, yeah. We went fishing twice this week. I got skunked both times.
To your bad luck.
No,
Maybe his bad skill.
I'm not bad luck, and I don't have bad skill.
So where's your fish?
He's not holding his mouth right. It's 'cause he listens
Where was
to
your
it all the
fish?
time. Your post
I didn't try.
All right. Host, your week?
I had a good week.
Yeah?
Yeah, Memorial Day fishing, and I ate a river fish, and it was tasted good.
You ate the river fish at the river.
Mm-hmm.
Only the second one wasn't cooked quite right. The first one was good.
If you eat fish raw, it's just like
Sushi. Yeah.
It's sushi.
So it'd be fine.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? Tapeworms?
Yeah. You probably already have tapeworms if you're being honest with yourself.
I don't think you
That's
could
true.
trick those. We're not talking about tapeworms.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else got anything to... Did you guys tell anybody about Roy Benavides this week? What?
Kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Oh no, I kind of set my future plans up though. Figure out what I want to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's relating to that.
All right. Well, lean into the microphone and tell us.
I think I'm gonna enlist after I graduate high school this upcoming year.
Into the service?
Yes,
Which one?
I'm thinking Marines. I gotta talk to Thompson tomorrow morning, but
Thompson will say, yes, do the Marines.
yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing.
Why the Marines?
I don't know. I just feel like majority of people I've talked to that did serve were a Marine. That's like I feel like I have the most influence from that.
Can you say, hoorah?
No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not a Marine yet.
So you're thinking maybe a jarhead, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Proverbs chapter 8. I think Jay should start us off.
How many verses are in Proverbs, Kruse? Do you want to do the whole chapter?
How many verses are in
I think we should do up to 23.
23.
Yeah.
16.
That doesn't make much sense.
18.
Well, what's half of 36?
18.
So let's go up to 18.
Jeez, public school or something.
I think 1 through verse 18 makes sense.
All right,
Everyone
Jace.
reads
You're running
3.
this show, buddy.
Yeah, I think Jace should go
Jason's
first.
gonna go first?
Yeah.
How many verses you want him to read?
3. Everyone reads 3.
I think we should.
Explain to him why
We get
3
to
makes
18.
sense.
6 times 3.
Ah.
Oh,
I
wait a
think
minute.
Jace should read 3 verses.
Kenny,
Are we going NASCAR or
if you could
clockwise?
do math like that, I think maybe the Air Force would be better than the Marines. A
I don't
Marine
know.
would break you if you answer a question with that much precision, right? No?
Maybe. I don't know.
smarty pants?
All right. 3 verses each. Jace is up. Load it up there, Cruz. Make it show up.
All right.
Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, and coming in at the doors.
Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things.
For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge.
Oops. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty interventions.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice.
By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness.
Oops.
Whoa.
Oh, what'd you do that for?
Didn't mean to.
Kruse?
I clicked the wrong
He
button.
hit the wrong button. He's a terrible host.
I know.
Now what do we do?
Well, we need to figure out if there was any verses that stood out to us. Bryce.
Verse 11. For
Verse-
wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
What stood out to you about that verse?
Wisdom is amazing, and you strive to figure out wisdom.
Hmm.
Always try to be learning and be in the Word and ask God to show you what He wants you to see.
Because it's better than all the things. Like rubies.
What is it? Why do you think they chose rubies here?
Because rubies are valuable and shiny.
Expensive.
And they're pretty.
What,
So wisdom is
when you look at what the value of something is, vehicles are an interesting one. If you look at something online, sometimes, you know the expression, no lowball offers, I know what I got. Right?
Yeah.
How do we determine the value of something? Let's just think from economics. How does the value of something get determined?
By what
I didn't
people are
take
willing to pay
economics
for
yet.
something,
Prices
pretty much.
of the product.
I think AJ knows.
What?
Kenny, you're getting close. How would you determine, Kenny, if you were making this knife, how would you determine how much to sell it for?
You look
the
at
stuff
your
that you need.
you look at your competition and your cost of your materials and see how much your competition's selling and how much it costs for you to make it and your profit margin from making it, and just try to find a happy middle.
So if I made this knife and I used all of the best possible materials instead of a carbon fiber handle, which this is not a cheap knife.
No, it looks pretty nice.
This is a CRKT CEO model, right? It's not a cheap knife.
It has a carbon fiber handle.
Those inserts are carbon fiber, the black. Yeah, it's a slick knife. But if I decided to make it out of diamonds and gold, whatever, if you made this like the most blingy knife possible,
Like a Wagyu knife?
No, like an iced out knife.
a totally iced out knife,
That's gonna be like. Let me see it.
40 mil.
No, that's like
what's this
probably
knife,
115 grand.
what's this knife worth?
Right now, it's worth
40
about
bucks.
how much
Well, it
you
depreciated
used to
'cause
made
it's
it,
used.
but it's usually sold for more than it's
If you
worth.
saw this knife brand new, what's it worth to you?
40 bucks.
35.
35?
I'll pay like 20.
45.
45? Bryce, what's this knife worth to you?
50 tops.
50 tops. Angie, what's this knife worth?
$7.95.
Yeah, I was going to say 5. Angie and I have different values of things when it comes to tangible goods. Right?
Wait, so
Yeah.
how much was it?
This is a $60 knife.
Is it
It's
at least
in
good
my
metal?
pocket every single day.
So you said it's $7 now?
No, I'm saying that she would think it's worth $7.
Oh.
And this is a $60 knife. I've had it for 5 years. I've never sharpened it.
Been washed a few times.
It's been washed repeatedly.
Dried.
With some rust on it.
It's a pretty killer knife.
No, it's worth about 5.
It's worth more than 5.
Yeah. 20.
I
It's
could
worth
take
6.
it snaps open. It's
If you sharpened it, it'd probably be worth
no, it
more.
doesn't need sharpened. It's
Oh.
still really sharp. I could get $20 out of this knife after 4 years all day long. But the value of this has to do with what?
How much you
people are willing
appreciate
to
it.
pay for it, really.
Yeah, what's someone willing to pay for it? That's how you determine the value. Kenny, you're right. You can't sell something for less than your cost, right? But you do kind of compare it to your competition, whatever it may be. When you're trying to sell something, you want to sell it for the most money you possibly can that someone's willing to pay for, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you get as much money as you would get.
When you go to negotiations, like if you're talking about a job, it's this funny game where there's you try to not be the person who says the first price. What's this position pay? Well, what are you looking for? Why are you playing that game?
Because if
So
they
you-
name a price that's a lot lower than what you were willing to do, you want to take the deal.
Yeah, if I'm willing to hire someone on and I've got budgeted $20 an hour, but a good candidate comes in and says, I'm looking for 15, most of the time you're trying to save some money, right? It's value. It's what it's worth to you. This says what? I'm on the wrong page. Wisdom is what?
Better than
Wisdom
rubies.
is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Do you value wisdom? Are you setting the value of wisdom high in your life, or do you look at it as a throwaway item? Do I let little kids use this knife? Do I let my kids use this knife? Am I using this knife for dumb stuff? No. This is my good knife, right? Am I gonna beat on this knife like I would like a cheap throwaway razor knife?
No, probably not.
I value this knife, right? Same with wisdom. Are you valuing it like something like a ruby? That's what it's getting at. How do you value wisdom? Each of you will have a separate number. Who's next, Bryce?
Let's
Oh,
go
Kruse
to
is supposed to ask that
Oh.
question.
Who's next, Bryce?
let's go to AJ.
AJ, do you have any?
Yeah, I
to
do.
do with that?
I love them that love me.
What verse are you in, AJ?
Verse 17.
Verse 17.
I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me.
What are your thoughts on that verse, AJ?
If we love Jesus, then this is God talking, right? I love them that love me. Well,
No, it's wisdom, right?
Jace, you're correct.
okay.
Oh, Lord.
If you love wisdom, it'll help you, I guess, in that first part of saying. And then, hold on a minute. And those that seek me early shall find me. If we actively seek wisdom, then we'll end up finding it and being able to use it.
Wisdom is not unobtainable here. So it says, I love them that love me. You guys have all seen movies, or maybe you've seen Friends, whatever it may be. You got a guy that's totally in love with a girl, and he tells her, and she says, I don't think I like you like that. That's a bummer. Shut down hard, right?
Yeah.
I don't, maybe we could just be friends, right? That, see, Kenny, you ever seen anybody crash and burn on one of those?
Yeah.
Not good, right?
No.
Wisdom is not playing hard to get. Wisdom's not going to shoot you down. It says, those that seek me early shall find me. If you love wisdom, wisdom will return. It's reciprocal. It's not going to be impossible to find. If you seek wisdom, you'll find it. 100%. Done deal. It's not elusive.
All right, AJ. Who do you choose to go next?
You?
I am the host. I have to go last.
He's the host.
I didn't know we were putting parameters on this.
Just pick somebody,
Jace.
AJ. Jace, where are you going?
Let's go to 12.
12. That's the one I was going to pick. It's a good one.
I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. What does it mean by and find out knowledge of witty inventions?
Well, what do you read into it a little bit there? Find out knowledge of witty inventions. What is witty?
Like smart,
Something
kind of.
smart and quick and cunning.
If someone's witty, we frequently refer to it as someone who's got quick wit, right? That's the expression we say. What does it mean, Bryce, when someone says they're quick-witted?
They come up with like jokes and comebacks real quick. Or,
As soon as it's out of your mouth, they're lighting you up with something else.
yeah.
So what's that got to do with wisdom? An invention? Wisdom helps you pick through schemes. Kruse, you're supposed to be doing this explanation, right? Or are you just the host?
I'm just
You're
the
not
host.
The deep theological side of
I'm
this?
not-
I'm just the host.
You still have your attributes. I am just in your chair.
So, how many of you guys were at the cooking event I did when we had the games over there?
I was the
I
judge.
Oh, yeah.
You were a judge.
Yeah.
If you recall, one of the trivia questions was the temperature at which water boils,
Mhm.
right? And I told them they could answer as soon as they wanted to.
32 degrees Fahrenheit.
No, that's where it freezes.
Yeah.
That's just what a lot of
Probably
people
what
said.
somebody
And
probably
no, I said at which it boils.
I know, but they
It's like
hear it
300.
too quick sometimes.
No.
Well, I
No.
got instant answers, which was 212 degrees.
Oh.
And I knew, got him.
Fahrenheit.
And then I finished the question and said, in degrees Celsius.
No.
Brother Tripp was the guy who said 212 degrees. And I said, that's incorrect. And he knew he was had. And he looked at me like, I should have known better. And his wife was behind him and she goes, you got. Because I had a witty quip for it. I did that question intentionally to mess people up.
That happened one time in quiz team. The question was, what was the primary of the atmosphere of Mercury? But I answered before I heard of Mercury, and so I said nitrogen, and it
That
was
was the
not
wrong
nitrogen.
So what am I getting at here? Had Brother Tripp really been thinking about who was asking that question, he would have probably held back and been ready for
In
this jerk is
Celsius.
going to do a trick question because it's never straightforward with me in that regard. What's that got to do with wisdom? Wisdom helps you see through people who are trying to work up schemes. I think of witty inventions. You think, thanks AJ. You guys ever heard of a pyramid scheme?
Yeah.
Ponzi scheme? All the same. People are coming up with witty ways to fleece people for money all the time. Wisdom helps you hear the guy on the phone and say, this person's not really from Microsoft.
It's a pretty easy catch.
You think?
There's a few flags.
There's some red flags, but sometimes
Why are you in my house?
people don't see them right away. All right, Jace, who's next? Oh, wait a minute. Go ahead, please.
Jace, who's next?
I think Mr. Alex Cunningham should be next.
Mr. Alex is next.
Mr. Alex, what verse do you choose?
10:45.
Yeah.
All right. Who hasn't gone? Kenny, do you want to do one first? We'll go
Sure.
quick.
I had 14.
14.
Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. And what I'm thinking this means is if you have your wisdom, you're obviously going to be understanding, and it's going to make you a stronger person. And just like you're gonna be in good counsel.
You're gonna
With-
get good. You're gonna understand good counsel. You're not easily swayed. You're not knocked off.
You're gonna be much more sound of a person with like a good head on your shoulders.
Yes, you're not blown by the wind. I'm gonna go with verse 1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? Similar to what I said before, wisdom is not hidden. Wisdom's seeking you out. Just look for it. It's right there. It's not hard to understand what the best bet. Kenny, you talked about joining the Marines, right?
Yep.
You know what you should do before you sign on the dotted line?
Take the ASVAB.
Read it.
Well, there's that. You need to talk to a lot of people
I know.
that have wise counsel. I'm not trying to say one thing or another, but don't just talk to one person and don't just get inside your head. Seek out counsel.
Pray about it.
Pray about it massively. Talk to the people who can look at this from a spiritual perspective. People who are experienced in the military. Don't just talk to Marines.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all the above. And the wisdom will be there. You'll make a sound decision, but seek out wise counsel. Kruse,
Yeah.
I think we're about done, don't you think?
Yeah.
What should we do now?
I think we should.
We should
say
title
some-
it not.
I
from
think you
my
should say
perspective.
something profound.
Goodbye.
I think you should turn that scripture off. Tell everybody thank you,
Thank you for watching.
Everybody wave.
and put the closing graphic up.
See ya.
Now stop the recording.